Okay, it's about that time again. I was doing a sweep through my prior YouTube videos while cringing, you know, the usual, and totally didn't forget that I made a video talking about Mario Maker 2 before its launch. So, here I am realizing, oh gosh golly gee, this game is already about to turn 1 and I'm getting hella old. I thought it would be fun to talk about what my thoughts are on this game now that all the updates are said and done. Unless Nintendo, you know, throws a curveball and releases more, which would be just my luck making this video dated. Oh well. With that, let's begin. For starters, let's talk about this. This game has got slopes. Game of the frickin' year right here. Good job, Nintendo. Gold star for you. But really, Mario Maker 2 is a treat. Upon getting this game, it blew my mind the amount of creativity this community has been able to come up with for levels. I will admit, I was a little worried about how editing levels were going to work at the time. The Wii U was a pretty solid package for making levels, and I wasn't completely sure how Nintendo would adapt it for Switch. I personally tried making my levels with the Switch dock with the TV a few times, but found it more efficient getting a tablet pen for my Switch and just creating courses in tablet mode. It definitely was the better choice for me, at least. It's also definitely the closest to the Wii U gamepad we were going to get here. Now this game has got stuff. So much stuff, like Nintendo gave us so many tools that I just look at the screen sometimes and just think what to do with all these options. Sometimes I find myself just throwing a bunch of stuff on screen, just seeing what can inspire me and my next level. In a nutshell, Nintendo did it good, giving us the gift of options. Here's your second gold star, Nintendo. And even after the base game released, we got a taste of additional DLC like the first game, just after a longer period of time. Like, I think people were really wanting additional content to be released like Nintendo did with the first Mario Maker back on Wii U, but this wasn't the same by far. We had 2 big updates and some smaller scaled ones, and that was about it. We did eventually also get the ability to play multiplayer with friends online as well. Yeah. At the start, playing multiplayer with friends, that actually wasn't available. That was the weirdest piece of news to learn when the game was first coming out. It seemed like such a no-brainer to have multiplayer with friends. I believe it had something to do with the ranking system in place or something like that. So yeah, no losing friendships to Mario Maker until later. Guess we better go back to Mario Party. Oh yeah, we had an update that extended how many levels we can upload not once, but twice, as well as World Maker, but we'll talk about that later, I promise. This video I am not going to cover too much of what the base game has to offer, but focus on the DLC additions brought to the table and talk about what I think of this package as a whole, now that all is said and done. The first major update we got was the increase in how many courses you are able to upload, going from 32 to a whopping 64 on July 24th, 2019. That was pretty cool. I definitely never thought I would ever be creative enough to get to 32 uploaded courses, but now 64? We can say we're living in the best Mario Maker timeline now. There were also a variety of minor updates to the game that helped improve small things like glitches and adding in support to the Nintendo Switch Online mobile app, which, at this point writing my script, I forgot that thing existed. Usually I just use Discord if I'm playing with friends, to be honest. I genuinely would like to know who's using this thing because no one around me talks about it. Moving on to October 2nd, 2019, we got a bit of an update with the ability to play with friends online becoming available. That's right. We can put Mario Party away and lose our friendships to something else for a little while. Gotta spice up those friendship enders. Treat yourself. This now is where I would like to talk about the online multiplayer Mario Maker 2. It's when it works, it can be a lot of fun. The problem is that if you get dealt a bad hand with people with not the greatest internet connection in the bunch, the match will struggle and lag, hindering the entire experience. Some people around me have told me mixed thoughts, with some not having nearly as many issues as others, so I guess it's a case-by-case sort of deal. I don't know. For me, I've definitely had a lot of issues trying to play online. It's been maybe 1 out of 4 matches has been good. I do like this idea a lot, playing fan-created levels with people. That alone has so much promise, and I do like to get some people together occasionally to mess around with this mode. It can be a real good time. We also got the Play Together Nearby mode, which allows people to, you may have guessed, play nearby any course world level on the same TV. The future is indeed now. I do like this. I thought the game would limit the multiplayer to an online experience only, but Nintendo went out giving us the gift of options, and I do like having them good looking options. Now the next major update came with 2.0 on December 5th, 2019, and it was a beefy one at that. This update added new stuff to use the level creator being spikes, pokies, frozen coins, P-blocks, dash blocks, and my favorite addition, the Master Sword, which turns Mario into Green Mario. I mean Link. Yes, Link. Seeing the Master Sword becoming an item in the Mario Bros style was epic for me, and started to make my mind wander and think, holy crap, are we going to be getting more of these costumes from the first Mario Maker revamp like this? Being Link gives you so many unique abilities, just being able to shoot arrows, throw bombs, use your shield, and stab stuff, you know, whichever happens first. I thought for a while that was the reason why Nintendo didn't include the costumes from the prior game and that they wanted to bring some back revamp with new abilities to add more variety and options for players, but that turned out to be it for the costumes. I was in confusion about that, but more on that in a hot minute. Additionally, we saw the mode called Ninja Speedruns get added where players compete in officially made Nintendo courses for the best time. A nice little side mode that reminded me a bit of the original Mario Maker in some ways. I absolutely love when Nintendo would publish their own levels or showcase a big name creating a level and putting that one in the spotlight. It felt like an event. For some of those events back in Mario Maker 1, upon finishing the inspired level, you would even get a prize of a new costume that could be used in the Mario Bros style. This was something I felt was lost in this game since the Big N decided to scrap the costumes altogether. I also felt that with the lack of costumes, I saw a bit of a decline of people really using the Mario Bros style for their levels compared to the first game. The first game having these costumes led to an opportunity of themed levels for those character costumes. I genuinely would like to know what the reason was for removing them at all, but oh well. Oh yeah, and the number of courses a user can upload was increased from 64 to 100. Nintendo treating us right, and I'm not even creative enough to get past 10 stages uploaded. The final update to SMM2 we saw come out April 22nd, 2020. This update was quite a stud to be honest. We got a new style of power-ups for Mario with the Super Mario Bros. 2 mushroom, which is a start. I think people were really hoping for the Super Mario Bros. 2 style to be in the game, seeing as there was always that gap of space just begging to have something put in, but we make do. I like this power-up, and I've seen some cool courses utilizing it. I just wish there was a setting where you can always have that power-up enabled and not lose it. Would make it a little easier for creators in avoiding getting soft-locked in levels. We also got the frog suit, which made water levels fun for me, the power balloon, the super acorn, which I'm surprised wasn't in the game from the start to be honest, but cool, now you're here, welcome. There was also the boomerang flower, the cannon box, the propeller box, the red power box, a lot of boxes I know, yes. And let's not forget the Goomba mask when you want to fit in, and of course the bullet bill mask. We also got more boss enemies, which, yes please, thank you Nintendo. Nintendo went out and brought all the Koopalings to Smash, I mean Mario Maker, yes. I feel like they keep bringing the Koopalings and everything lately. This I thought was a really good idea. Having played a ton of boss rush type levels, they were starting to get a little stale once you learned the AI for Bowser, Bowser Jr., Boom Boom, and Pom Pom. Nintendo adding 7 more bosses brings some much needed variety to spice things up. We can finally put Boom Boom and Pom Pom in the corner and never look at them again. You know what you did. We also got added the curse key and on and off trampolines, which is good. I actually really love the curse key personally. It brought some spooks being chased by a Phanto back in the day. Maybe this is where my love for survival horror-esque games started. The trampoline seems like a no-brainer. A lot of levels I've played have shown so much creativity with using the on and off switch with, say, speedrunning themed levels where you have to time your jump just right to hit the switch to be able to progress. While I haven't seen too many levels use this yet, I look forward to seeing what the community makes utilizing it. Another add-on we got was the Mecha Koopas with some alternate forms, which is pretty awesome. I love when Nintendo goes out of their way to revamp some enemies, giving them some more gimmicks to bring more variety of options for course creators. The last major part of this update we got was the new fresh World Maker. Nintendo finally did it after years of fans wanting it. They gave us the ability to make our own custom Super Mario worlds and the ability to share them online with people. This made me shook, honestly. I didn't think Nintendo would ever go for it, but here we are. I can't believe it still. Anyone can customize and make their own worlds with whatever theme or path they want. While I would like more options for this in the future, this is still amazing to see exist at all. We do get a bit of options to customize level layouts with changing course dots, something like a ghost house, having multiple theme options available for your world for whatever vibe you're feeling. This game is pretty much just the gift of options. Now per Switch you are able to make a total of 6 super worlds, but limited to only being able to upload 1 online. This wasn't too shocking for me, it was about right, honestly, when I saw this being unveiled. Each subworld within a Super Mario world can hold to 5 levels, bringing it to a grand total of 40 courses per world, if you want to max it out. I was a little disappointed that we only got the style of Super Mario World being the only option for Course World. Would have definitely liked to have seen the other styles in the game get some love with World Maker. Maybe Mario Maker 3 when that becomes a thing at some point, cause you know it will. Another side thing is that you cannot download worlds created by the players like you normally would with regular levels, and worlds cannot be played online with people. They can only be played with people in local multiplayer only. That part now, that confused me because it would have been cool to get some lads together and go through a Mario world together. Maybe could have someone appointed to as a host that controls which level the party goes to? Just an idea. My guess was it was only this way because it wasn't in the game from the start, and maybe some issues arose when trying to make it playable online with people. Honestly, even after writing out the script, I'm still like wow with Nintendo with making this mode and happy for the community that a long requested mode was given. Now that all the DLC is said and done, I have to say this is quite the package experience with all the variety of level creation tools available for people to mess with for years to come. I think Nintendo has done a great job giving us the gift of options as well as slopes. Can't forget the slopes. You did it good, Nintendo. Gold star, like 5th one, I don't remember, I ain't keeping count. I do have to admit that I did feel like something was missing from this title though. Whether that be from the lack of frequent updates, I don't know if it's just me, but it felt like something was off. Like, a lot of people weren't talking about this game nearly as much as when the first game came out, or at least on my end. I don't know if anyone else experienced this or if they experienced something completely different. Let me know in the comments, I'm genuinely curious. I do wish though that we got more revamped item costumes beyond the Master Sword. I would have loved to have seen maybe one more come back and see some unique abilities. I really miss the costumes if you can't tell at this point. I still do wonder if there was originally going to be a plan to make a Mario Bros. 2 style, seeing that vacant spot in the style selection screen just based on how it's laid out. If they did not have plans to put a new style, I personally, at least for me, I would have had the style select screen have the Mario 3D World style centered rather than on the left side. It looks like it's missing something. Regardless of my minor gripes of this game, you're going to get your money's worth. Even if you don't like to make levels, you still have a just about endless stream of levels to choose from, and the game even has a story mode with the pack set of levels done by Nintendo themselves. This will take you some time to beat. Basically repeating myself at this point, this game has got stuff, a whole lot of it, and it's pretty worth, in my opinion. I've just about exhausted what I wanted to say and think this is about time to call it a day here. I want to thank everyone that stuck to the end of the video. If this resonates with you, be sure to leave a comment or a like. Also pressing the subscribe button would be a big help if you enjoyed this. I'm still getting my footing and figuring out what I want my channel to be and still experimenting with content. It's been a fun experience getting back into it. Again, thank you all for watching and have a delightful day wherever you are. With that, bye now.